What's going on, guys? It's Clutch Plays here, and today I was on the website Tankathon, and this website kind of simulates the NBA draft lottery. And I was curious to see how many times the Knicks could get the first overall pick, and then all of a sudden I decided to see what happened if I simulated the draft lottery 1,000 times. This may have been one of the most boring, time-consuming things I have ever decided to do, but I did get some crazy results. In this video, I'm going to be going over the outcomes of the simulation for each team, for the draft lottery as a whole, and I'm going to be explaining some of the craziest things that I saw from doing this draft. If you guys do not already know, the NBA draft lottery actually has changed an insane amount to make each team's odds very similar at the top, and then stay closer as you go down the list. With that said, here's a quick fast forward video of a section of the simulations I did.
Right check 1 2 ay. Right check 1 2 ay. Me and Shotty on the highway, going back to my place. We went in the driveway, pocket in the driveway.
Cuban like my chain, going to a high stage. She gon' come to my place, do whatever I say. Got a little shawty, she off of Molly, she in love with the drugs. Wanna fuck when I'm done, kick it out, no time.
Now that that's done, I'm going to go down the list of the NBA teams and go in depth on each team and tell you what I thought about the results. To begin, the Knicks. The Knicks had a 15.2% chance at the first pick, 8.8% at the second, 15.1% at the third, 18% at the fourth, and 37.3% at the fifth. The Knicks got lucky here that the fifth pick was actually moved down from 48% to 37%, and the first overall pick was actually moved up 1%. I really wish this was real life so Zion to the Knicks could become a reality. The Cavs had a 12.6% chance at the first, 10.9% at the second, 17.2% at the third, 9.6% at the fourth, and 24.7% at the fifth. The Cavs took an impressive jump at the third pick, which shows the basketball gods want to make sure that RJ can be paired with Colin Sexton next year. The Phoenix Suns. They had a 13.8% chance at the first, 18.9% at the second, 9.2% at the third, 8% at the fourth, and 19.7% at the fifth. The Suns are in a spot where they have a lot of young talent, but can't win. They need to turn the ship around before Devin Booker wants out. Right now, the Suns are praying that they can get in the top 2 of the draft to ultimately draft Ja, and the simulation wants them to get in the top 2 as well. Their odds at the first 2 picks are the highest of any other team in this simulation, and they were the second pick in 189 different draft simulations. The Bulls, 13.4%, 12.2%, 9.6%, 8%, 11%. The Bulls improved on their first 2 picks, maybe in hopes to get their point guard for the future, Ja Morant. The 5th pick surprisingly increased about 5% from 7.2% to 11.7%, which is good for them because their pick can be the first all the way to the 8th pick. The Hawks, 9.2%, 11%, 13.4%, 8.8%, 5.9%. The Hawks' odds are all the same for the first 4 picks, but looking at this, it would be hard to see. The biggest move was the 5th pick actually, as it moved from 2% all the way to about 6%. If the Hawks don't get into the top 3, I see them making a trade to get into the top 3, but if they get the Mavericks pick, maybe trading that along with their pick to get maybe RJ, Ja, one of the two. The Wizards, 10.9%, 9.2%, 4.6%, 11.3%. The Wizards' odds all around are about 9% for the top 4 picks. However, their odds increased except for the 3rd pick, which went down 5%. The Wizards are in a tough spot right now, and a top 4 pick would quicken the slight rebuild they are currently in. The Pelicans, 5.9%, 11.7%, 6.3%, 10.9%. With Anthony Davis gone, they need to rebuild now, and their odds actually improved, and they have a 35% chance to get a top 4 pick. The Grizzlies, 5.8%, 5.9%, 9.2%, 9.9%. The Grizzlies have their pick if it's in the top 8, and they are praying for this to happen. They have a 58% chance at keeping it, and it is a bit higher now if you change the top 4 picks to these odds. The Mavs, 6.3%, 4.6%, 10%, and 9.6%. The Mavs tried to tank for a top 5 pick, but it did not go well. Now they are sitting with a very low chance to keep their pick. In this draft lottery, they actually got a top pick about 30% of the time, which would improve their odds of keeping their pick a lot. The Lakers, 2.9%, 3.4%, 2.5%, 1.7%. The Lakers are a mess right now. However, if the 3% of getting the number 1 pick comes true, it would be absolutely insane. Imagine LeBron and Zion on the same team. That's like LeBron and mini LeBron. The Timberwolves. 2.1%, 2.5%, 0.7%, and 0.5%. The Wolves went down heavily and decreased their odds by 8% of getting a top 5 pick in this simulation. Thank goodness this is a simulation because Timberwolves fans would not be happy right now. The Hornets. 0.4%, 1.7%, 0.6%, and 1.1%. This is the last saving grace for Kemba to stay. And if they get a top 3 pick and they have a 2.7% chance to do this in this simulation, so good luck. The Heat. 0.4%, 1.7%, 0.6%, 1.1%. The Heat are a mess and do not have a true identity, so this would be nice but extremely unlikely. The 76ers/Celtics via the Sacramento Kings. 0.4%, 1.1%, 0.4%, and 1%. If any of these teams get a top 4 pick in the NBA draft, the NBA will honestly be changed forever. Now that all the team evaluations are done, I'm going to show the teams all together. So here's the chart of all the teams together, and I'm surprised that they fluctuated so much. After 1,000 tries, I thought it would start to even out to the actual NBA draft lottery odds, but I was wrong and the outcomes were insane. In my opinion, I think the craziest thing is to think that the Lakers have a 3% chance at Zion. I can only imagine the Instagram post by ESPN about Zion going to the Lakers. Knowing ESPN, I bet that it would probably be 10 different posts about Zion in a row if this were to happen. There were many interesting occurrences, but the craziest thing that I saw happen was the Lakers got the first pick back to back. The second time the Lakers got the first pick, the Timberwolves actually got the second pick, and the Pelicans got the third pick. The odds of this happening were so small, and I was extremely surprised. Also, in the simulation, not one time in all 1,000 did the draft order stay the same as it is right now. The odds of it staying the same are so slim that you honestly probably have a better chance of winning the lottery and on your way out getting struck by lightning. Finally, at one point the Charlotte Hornets did not get a top 5 pick for 250 straight turns. They have a 5% of getting a top 5 pick, and it took so long for this to happen. Honestly, luck is not on their side, and I do not think it's going to be on their side for the NBA draft. Now, you guys all watching, tell me what you thought about this and what you guys thought was the most interesting part of this video. I worked extremely hard on this video, so if you could leave a like, I would appreciate it so much, and I also want to thank you guys for the support on my last video as well. Now that this is over, I can finally get some sleep, so I am out, and peace!